Are you hungry? Do you want your dinner?
This story is about Shorty, an old, fat Chihuahua who looked like the world had forgotten him. But one encounter changed his life.
Hi, honey. Hi, baby.
The first time I saw Shorty, he was sitting at an adoption event, and his sad eyes pierced my heart. He was old, fat, and looked like he had lost all hope. I had come to get a foster dog for my mom and wasn't planning on getting anyone else, but something about that little body made me stop. I couldn't take my eyes off him. A few days later, I was still thinking about him. I just couldn't get him out of my mind. At one point, I wrote to people I knew and asked, "Do you know who rescued this little fat Chihuahua?" I found his rescuers, contacted them, and learned his story. Shorty had lived his entire life with a woman who loved him dearly. They were inseparable. But when she died, he was alone. He had no one. No one knew what to do with this old dog, and eventually, he was surrendered to the shelter. He weighed 18 pounds at the time, almost 3 times the normal weight for his breed. I had no idea he had hypothyroidism, and I suspect he had just been overfed before, not knowing he was sick. As soon as I got Shorty home, I took him to the vet. He was examined and the diagnosis was confirmed. We were prescribed medication, special food, and a walking program. He was too heavy to walk much, so at first I just tried to regulate his diet. Slowly but surely, Shorty began to lose weight.
What are you doing?
As he got lighter, I started taking him for walks. At first it was short trips around the yard, then small walks around the neighborhood. After a few months, he was able to run in the park. By the time he lost most of his weight, he was about 7 or 8 pounds. Our days were filled with love. We walked together, slept together, and he loved to curl up next to me. He was the most loving and gentle creature I have ever known.
Good boy. Are you a good boy?
Shorty got along great with my big dog, Toad. It was funny, a big, energetic dog and a little old man who had been beaten up by life. But despite the difference in size and personality, Toad was incredibly loving. He treated Shorty as if he were his own child. He could lie next to him for hours, protecting him. Toad came into my life by chance. His mother was pregnant when she arrived at the shelter, and my mom decided to take her home. She soon gave birth to 10 puppies, and I met Toad when he was just a few days old. My mom and I made a decision. She kept Toad's mother and I got him. Toad grew big and playful, but he was unusually cautious with Shorty. He realized that this little old guy was not made for rough play. They became a perfect pair, a giant guardian and a miniature Chihuahua. Unfortunately, Shorty only lived with me for 3 years. These 3 years were the best years of his life. He was no longer lonely, no longer hungry, no longer sick. He was loved, and I miss him to this day. If you like this story about Shorty, give it a like, write your comments, and subscribe to the channel to see more touching and inspiring stories. Before bringing an exotic pet into your home, be sure to consult with experts and learn about their specific needs. Proper research is the key to giving them the happy, healthy life they truly deserve.